Hi, we're here with Mr. Rios, who has had a current and recurring ulcer on the heel. He has them on both heels. From the x-ray we can see that there is a spur that's associated with this ulceration.
This image is of the patient's foot, specifically of the patient's heel. On the bottom of the heel, indicated by the circle, we can see the bone spur, which is related to the patient's recurrent ulceration. We will be injecting the fat pad replacement just below this area to act as a cushion at this location and to ultimately reduce the recurrence of the ulceration at this site.
As of right now, we're not ready for surgery, but it's something that we're going to plan for down the road. In the meantime, what we're going to be using today is a fat pad replacement. So with the fat pad injection, essentially what that does is it replaces the fat that's been lost in this area. There are two main fat pad areas on the feet, on the ball of the foot here, and also on the heel. Here, often females will get discomfort with wearing high heels or standing for long periods of time when that fat pad atrophies, meaning it reduces in its thickness or shifts upwards and exposes the metatarsal bones, which is the long bones in the feet. So in females, we inject in this area to add extra cushioning. This can help with ambulation, help in high heels or work-specific shoes, i.e. if you're an ear hostess. That really helps to replace that fat pad in that area. In this case, we're also using it in the place to replace areas that have been lost due to ulceration, i.e. we've had this ulcer here, and every time we've had the ulcer, it's gone down to at least a level of muscle, if not bone, in the past. So that tissue gets replaced, but it doesn't get replaced with fat. And that fat is what's been missing and therefore leads us to this recurrent ulceration. When we inject the fat, we inject it just below the skin, in the area just below the ulceration itself. And the ulceration itself typically closes completely within the next couple of weeks after that. The duration of the fat pad injection lasts for up to about 2 years. And again, that will give us enough time to get our patient ready for the surgical procedure on this heel. All right. Just going to remove the top layer of callus. As you can see right now, the ulceration has healed, but to try and ward off it recurring, we're going to use the fat pad injection. Now, Mr. Rios, this is your second injection with this fat pad.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell us a little bit about your experience?
Oh, it's worked quite well, actually.
It's been a little over 2 years, right?
It's been a couple years,
Yeah.
I think, since the last time. And really, other than a few weeks ago, I hadn't really had any recurrences
Right.
of the
And that happened
ulcers.
in the last couple of weeks is more so because that fat pad is starting to thin out again, so that ulcer is going to recur. So it definitely bought us some time. This is the injection. We're injecting 3 cc's into this area, as we know that, again, we've lost a fair amount of tissue throughout this entire heel. Right now it's concentrated in this area, which corresponds to the spur that we have, but we want to blanket this whole area with the fat. Okay, let's get started. We gently want to fan the fat pad throughout. Okay, that's one down. I've been asked several times, why can't we just take the fat from elsewhere on our body and inject it? And unfortunately, that fat doesn't stay. This particular product encourages your own fat to come to this area and develop new fat in the area and acts as scaffolding for it, which is why it's been working so well. Okay, that's the worst of it. How's that?
Didn't feel pain.
Awesome. So now we'll just pop on the dressing and we'll keep the patient in a cam walking boot for the next 2 to 4 weeks to allow for the fat to incorporate and start laying down new tissue.